Okay, welcome to video 3.2 where we're going to be doing gesture drawing. You're going to need your sketchbook, a pencil, or you can use a pen, or you can use a marker. So you can pick any of these, or you can use all of them, it doesn't matter. And you're also going to need to get out this sheet that you brought home. It should be in your pocket. So we're going to talk a little bit about what a gesture drawing is, but first, what is a gesture? A gesture is when you make a movement with your hands, your face, or other parts of your body to communicate something without words. Like if someone does like that, okay, you know that probably means no, don't do that. But if they're like, you know, I don't really know, or that means a good job, or that means go on, go that way. And or this means shouldn't have done that, you know. So we have lots of gestures. And the same way, a gesture drawing is much the same. The purpose of a gesture drawing is to lay down the action, the form, or the pose of an object you're drawing. And we're going to be doing people because people have a lot of action going on. Animals do too, but we're going to do people today. You do gesture drawings of objects that are actually in motion or moving. And sometimes they take anywhere from 10 seconds to finish to a few minutes. So they're quick. This is often a warm-up exercise for life drawings, like where you draw things from real life. But even if you don't do that, it's a good skill for you to cultivate because it makes you a better artist, and this will help you be able to draw objects that are in motion instead of just objects that are still, like these are. So like today we're doing these that are still on paper because I want y'all to get some practice just on the principle of how to do this. So this is going to be a step up from doing stick figures. This is the most important thing. The direction of your strokes that you make should be with the direction of the object's movement. We're going to make large strokes that follow what's called the line of action. Okay, this is one of your vocabulary word that you have. Speaking of, if you haven't put your vocabulary in your vocabulary section, make sure you do that this week, okay? You're going to need to use those next week when we do our discovery journal or art investigation. Okay, so let's get started. What we're going to do first, we're going to practice on some of these. So you're going to need 2 sheets in your book, unless you want to just cut all of these out after you're finished and just arrange them on a page and then have some blank space left. You can do that too. We just need to make sure we practice on these. And then I want you to try a couple on your own. You can look at a magazine and you won't have this person as a base. It'll just be your drawing. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to use a pen right now. Then I'll do a couple with a Sharpie. We can start with a pretty easy one. We'll look at this one right here. Now the first thing you're going to draw whenever you do these is you're going to start with the head. Heads first. So we'll draw the head right here. And then we're going to do the line of action. Now this means we're going to go from the head. You're going to start from the head and think, where is the movement going? And it's going to follow the backbone, essentially, all the way down to the feet. See that? And then it's going to go up sometimes to a hand. So line of action goes from the head all the way down to first. We do the leg first, and then sometimes it extends up into a hand. You see how this is a nice fluid line? That's another vocabulary word for y'all. Okay, nice fluid line. It flows with the action here. And then we'll just add some shoulders. Okay, that'll be your next thing. Put a line across his shoulders. There's attached to that one arm. And then we can attach this to this other arm. Okay. And here's the other leg right here. And then here's the feet. And here's the hands. So we can just kind of do it like that. Let's put his chest right here. And here is his hip area. So there we have our first gesture drawing done. Of course, you can still see the person behind it, but that's okay. Let's do another, and let's do her right here. We'll do this one. So, first things first, right? Do the head. There's your head. Now we got to do our line of action. So we go down first. We'll follow her spine, which her spine's not over here. Okay, that's her rib cage. Spine's kind of in the middle. So we're going to go down here, and then it's going to go up and around. See, just like that nice fluid line. And then if we want to now, since her arms are equal, we can also go up both arms. Now we can put in her shoulders, which are right here. Let's do her rib cage area, then her pelvis area, okay, where your hips and everything are. It's called your pelvis. Then we're going to do the feet, put her other leg out there, and then we can do her hands, and her hands are kind of like that. So there's our next one. And this shows movement. Again, it's focused on movement. If you want to do one with a marker, you can do that. Okay, here's another one. We would draw our head, line of action, down this way. Now there's not too much of a flow because it kind of stops here, you see? See how it stops and then this is moving down? These, they float up. This one had a good flow to it all the way around. But this one kind of stops right here. So we're not going to draw her arms yet. We're going to go ahead and do the shoulder. And then we're going to show her arms like this. And do her other leg. Okay. And then her hands. And her feet. We got her ribcage area. And then her pelvis. There we go. So there's our next one. Okay, so what I want you to do when you're done with this, move over here and you can try one on your actual paper. So if we were doing something like this, you can look at any pictures you may have, a magazine, you can look online, whatever you want to do. So we would draw our head, then we would do our line of action, shoulders. I'm going to draw this one again, kind of. Here, pelvis here, you notice how it's smaller. Then we're going to have our other leg come out here. Okay, so there's my other one that's kind of running like that. So just draw a couple of these. You don't have to copy off of this, but you can if you want to. You might find a basketball player, or you can find somebody's playing hockey or whatever you want. So finish all of these, and then make you a couple on the other sheet of paper. Now, if you want to, you can have these on one side, and then the other side you can do your deal. Just, I wouldn't glue it on here yet. Just leave it off, and then you can draw on the back because you don't want it to come through onto this accidentally, okay? But you can either glue this here when you're done and have your drawings here, or you can, after you've done your drawings on the back, glue this on the other side, or you can do your drawings here and then glue this on the back. Either way is fine, doesn't matter. And if you have room, you can put you a title. See how this doesn't have much room up here, so I could just do it easy, just a small one. I would have to write gesture drawings, GEST, gesture drawing, okay? Or I can put it over here, it doesn't matter. So make sure you have your title, this page glued in, and a couple of tries on your own without a picture behind it, okay? Good job.